Welcome to Algebra 1, Unit 6, Lessons 7 and 8 Practice Problems. Based on past musical productions, a theater predicts selling 400 minus 8p tickets when each ticket is sold at p dollars. Number 1. Complete the table to find out how many tickets the theater expects to sell and what revenues it expects to receive at the given ticket prices. So we can actually start at the bottom. If we don't know the ticket price, then we can expect to sell 400 minus 8p tickets. Now, for all of the others, we just substitute the ticket price in for P. So 5 times 8 is 40, and 400 minus 40 is 360 tickets. If we substitute 10, 10 times 8 is 80, 400 minus 80 is 320. 15 times 8 is 100, 120. 400 minus 120 equals 280. 20 times 8 is 160. 400 minus 160 is 240. 30 times 8 is 240. 400 minus 240 is 160. 45 times 8 is 360. 400 minus 360 is 40. And 50 times 8 is 400. 400 minus 400 is 0. Now that we know how many tickets have been sold, to find the revenue, we multiply the ticket price times how many tickets were sold. So we have 5 times 360 . That's $1,800. 10 tickets times 300, or $10 times 320 tickets is $3,200. $15 times 280 tickets is $4,200. $20 times 240 tickets is $4,800. $30 times 160 tickets is $4,800. $45 times 40 tickets is $1,800. And 50 tickets given away for free is $0. And the generic expression becomes 400p minus 8p squared. So now you can see that revenue is a quadratic function. Number 2, for which ticket prices will the theater earn no revenue? Explain how you know. So first, we see that when ticket prices are 50, we get no revenue because we have no tickets sold. But if we swapped the 0 and we said that no tickets were sold, then that would give us, or we said that there was no ticket price, we would also have $0 tickets. We could have 400 tickets given away, and that would generate $0. So the ticket prices could be $0 and $50. At 0 tickets, or at $0, we could give away all 400 tickets, but we wouldn't make any revenue. And then at $50, the tickets would be so expensive, nobody would buy any, and we would have no revenue. And then number 3, at what ticket prices should the theater sell the tickets if it must earn at least $3,200 in revenue to break even, to not lose money on the musical production? Explain how you know. So first, we see the $3,200 right here when ticket prices were $10 and they sold 320. To repeat that same pattern, we could do $40 tickets. 40 times 8 would be 320. 400 minus 320 would be 80. So at $40, they would sell 80 tickets, and this would give us a revenue of 3,200. So they would need to sell tickets between $10 and $40. At $10, they would make exactly 3,200. At $40, they would make exactly 3,200. And selling the tickets anywhere in between would sell for more than 3,200, and they would make a profit. If you have any questions about how I solved this practice problem, please use class time to ask for further clarification. A company sells running shoes. If the price of a pair of shoes in dollars is P, the company estimates that it will sell 50,000 minus 400p pairs of shoes. Write an expression that represents the revenue in dollars from selling running shoes if a pair of shoes is priced at P dollars. So first, you need to understand that revenue is number of items sold times the price. It's the money that you make before paying expenses. So if we want the revenue, and we know that the number of items sold is given by this expression, and we know that the price is P, now we can distribute, and this becomes 50,000 P minus 400 P squared. So again, you see that revenue, which describes how much money you make before paying expenses, is a quadratic function. If you have any questions about how I solved this practice problem, please use class time to ask for further clarification. The function f represents the revenue in dollars the school can expect to receive if it sells 220 minus 12x coffee mugs for x dollars each. Here is the graph of f. Select all the statements that describe this situation. Choice A. At $2 per coffee mug, the revenue will be $196. Well, the price is my input, so I go over to $2 and I go up until I hit the line. This gives me a price of 400, not 196. So A is wrong. Choice B. The school expects to sell 160 mugs if the price is $5 each. Well, this expression, 220 minus 12x, tells us how many mugs they expect to sell. So at 220 minus 12 times 5, 12 times 5 is 60. 220 minus 60 is 160. So they do expect to sell 160 mugs if the price is $5 each. Choice C. The school will lose money if it sells the mugs for more than $10 each. Well, at $10, they expect to have a revenue of $1,000. We don't know how much the cost is, so there's no way for us to know if they will lose money by selling this much. So without knowing the cost, we don't know if they'll lose money. We know they'll make $1,000 in revenue. If the costs are less than 1,000, they'll make money. If the costs are more than 1,000, they'll lose money. But that information isn't given to us. Choice D. The school will earn about $1,000 if it sells the mugs for $10 each. Well, we looked at this before. At $10, they will make a revenue of $1,000. So that is true. They will earn that much money. Now, how much of it they keep, we don't know. Choice E. The revenue will be more than $700 if the price is between $4 and $14. Well, at $4, it is at 700, and at $14, it is also at 700. So everything in between is above $700. So E is correct. And choice F, the expected revenue will increase if the price per mug is greater than $10. Well, at $10, we're at $1,000 revenue. Everything after that is decreasing revenue. So F is wrong. So the correct choices are B, D, and E. And the incorrect choices are A, C, and F. If you have any questions about how I solved this practice problem, please use class time to ask for further clarification. Draw a diagram to show that 2x plus 5 times x plus 3 is equivalent to 2x squared plus 11x plus 15. When they say draw a diagram, they're wanting us to use the box diagram method of multiplying these polynomials. So we have 2x and 5 on one side, and we have x and 3 on the other. 2x times x equals 2x squared. 5 times x equals 5x. 2x times 3 equals 6x. And 5 times 3 equals 15. Now if we add everything together to make the whole box, we have 2x squared plus 5x plus 6x plus 15. Now we can add like terms, and we get 2x squared plus 11x plus 15, and that's exactly what they wanted us to prove was equivalent. If you have any question about how to multiply polynomials, please use class time to ask for further clarification now. Match each quadratic expression that is written as a product with the equivalent expression that is expanded. To do these, we use FOIL. That means first, outside, inside, last. So we have x times x is x squared. So this is either 1 or 4. Then we have x times 6, which is 6x, plus 2x, which is 8x. So this must match number 4. Next we have b. First, 2x times x is 2x squared, so it has to be 2 or 3. Then we have 2x times 2, which is 4x, and 8 times x, which is 8x, add together is 12x. So B must be choice 3. Next, x times x, x times 4, 8 times x, and 8 times 4. X times x is x squared, and the only one left is choice 1. And finally, on D, x times 2x, x times 6, 2 times 2x, and 2 times 6. So we have x times 2x, which is 2x squared, x times 6, which is 6x, plus 2 times 2x, which is 4x, gives us 10x, and 2 times 6 gives us 12, and that matches number 2. If you have any question about how to expand factored expressions by using FOIL, please use class time to ask for further clarification. Select all expressions that are equivalent to x squared plus 4x. So in choice A, we would have x times x, which is x squared, and x times 4, which is 4x. This does match, so A is correct. Choice B. This becomes x plus 2 times x plus 2. We have x times x, which is x squared, x times 2, which is 2x, 2 times x, which is 2x, and 2 times 2, which is 4. We add like terms, and this becomes x squared plus 4x plus 4. That does not match, so B is wrong. Choice C. We have x times x, which is x squared, x times 4, which is 4x, x times x, x squared, and x times 4, 4x. We add like terms, And this becomes 2x squared plus 8x. That does not match, so C is wrong. Choice D. We already know from choice B that x plus 2 squared equals x squared plus 4x plus 4. And now we're going to subtract 4 from that. The plus 4 and minus 4 cancel out, and we're left with x squared plus 4x, which matches the answer we're looking for, so D is correct. And finally, choice E, we have x times x, which is x squared, and we have 4 times x, which is 4x. That does match what we're looking for, so E is correct. If you have any questions about how to find equivalent expressions by multiplying polynomials, please use class time to ask for further clarification. Tyler drew a diagram to expand x plus 5 times 2x plus 3. Explain Tyler's mistake. As we work through, 2x times x is 2x squared. Tyler's correct here. 3 times x is 3x. Tyler is correct here. However, 2x times 5 is 10x. Tyler added the 2 and the 5 to get 7x. So mistake. Tyler added 2x plus 5 and got 7x instead of multiplying. And added wrong. Then 3 times 5 is 15. The other mistake is that Tyler added 3 plus 5 instead of multiplying. Now that we know the correct amounts, we're going to have 2x squared plus 3x plus 10x plus 15. We add the like terms, and our final answer is 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. If you have any questions about anything we've covered on this worksheet for lessons 7 and 8, please use class time to ask for further clarification.